What's good, YouTube? Underworld6667 here with
Victor Lee.
And he is playing?
Evilswarms.
Perfect, let's get into the deck profile.
Alright, so basically I win this deck, I win XO day 1, so first place. And then overall X1, 9-1, finished 4th place. Top 32, so I finished basically top 32. So here's the deck. 3 caster, 3 Mandragora, 3 Thunderbird, 3 Heliotrope. You need 3 of each because the deck needs monsters, and the more monsters you draw, the better, because you can actually make Bahamut and take their monsters, so it's never bad to draw more monsters. 3 Crookings, 3 Maxi, everyone 3 Maxi because it's really important this format. Mermaids and dragons are really strong and they special summon a lot, so Maxi, you almost guarantee you +1 each turn, and if you stop their turn, they usually stop, and after that you can go Ophion, and then you just wins the game from then. Good. 1 Rescue Rabbit. This card got limited, and it's actually a good thing because now you can draw 2 dead rabbits, and 1 rabbit makes the deck actually more consistent. And you actually really only need 1 because you don't really want to recycle your Heliotropes for like 2 turns and then just stall the game. You want to speed up and win the game fast. 1 Dark Arm. This card is really good for last format when Dragon Ruler was the best deck. You don't really run this card because you always make Ophion and you stay with like Ophions. But this format, you make other XYZs and you can easily summon Dark Arm. And this card is just really power monster basically, and you need it. So that's the monsters. For the spells, 2 Pandemic. I would only run 2 because mermaids and dragons, they don't run a lot of traps, so you don't really need 3. And if you draw like 2 Pandemics, open in hand, you're in a really bad position against those decks. 2 MSTs. It's good against mermaid and dragons in the sense that they may skill drain to beat Evilswarms, but then that's why you need MST. If you don't run MST, there's no way you can beat them if they flip skill drain, because all your monsters are basically monster effects and are lower attack than their dragons. 1 Dark Hole, power spell. You always run power spell. Rhoda, staple. Bokomoon, staple. You can stop the Dragon Sack. You stop their Abyss guys. That's the spells. For the traps. 1 Infection, stable. 1 Compulse, stable. You know how all the good traps got limited, so you want to run 1 of each. You want to take advantage of this format because heavy got banned, so you want to run as many traps as possible, especially the good traps. 2 Save Stones. This card is way better than Dress because it's permanent. You can permanently protect your Ophion. Dress, you can also chain Pandemic with Save Stone. It's just better than Dress because it's continuous. 3 Finishing. This deck's worst matchup is Fair Fist and other rogue decks basically that have like Fair Fist, Injectors, Bujins. All those decks have a really good advantage against Evilswarms, but then Finish Chain stops it. So you need this. You always want to prepare against your worst matchup, not your best matchup. 2 Mirror Force. Also good against rogue decks. Protects your Ophions. Also, if they let's say they Tsukuyumi your Ophion, if flip face down, they have to kill it by battle, right? And you have Mirror Force. You protect your Ophion. Next turn you just OTK it, or just you're in a really good position. TT staple. Thunderbird TT combo. 1 Warning is staple, obviously. 1 Boundless staple. Replace this missing TT. And finally 1 Emptiness. This card is really good because Master Beetle came out, which is the only new addition to the deck. And if you have this card, you can make a Master Beetle instead of Ophion and just protect this card basically. And there's really no way they can destroy it unless they have MST, but usually they have more outs to Ophion with monster effects than spell trap outs. So this card is just an option. Cool. And that's the main deck. Also, I meant this card because of Master Yugioh. So the extra deck, 3 Ophions, 2 Bahamut. 2 Bahamut, this is like the big guy. You can, if you max C and they stop, they usually have a strong, big dragon monster, or big, like a strong mermaid monsters, and they just stop. And you can take their monster and just deal a lot of damage, and then just finish them fast. 1 Ouroboros staple. 1 Nightmare. This card is really good in mirror match. If you have Ophion on this card, you always make this card after you have an Ophion on field if they have no monsters, because they cannot kill this card by battle with Evilswarms monsters, and if they activate Z, you can stop 2 of their activate Z monsters, which is huge. And the only way they can kill this card is with this guy, Evilswarms Denatos. But if they make this card and kill your Nightmare, you still have the Ophion on field, and you will kill them next turn. It's really situational, basically. And vice versa. 1 Black Ship staple against Demon, 1 Dweller against Mermail and Dragons. Usually you make Ophion, but if they have no cards and they are top decking, and you think they might top deck like a Tsukuyomi or like there's any card that can kill your Ophion, and they have like, all the dragons in the graveyard to go off, you can actually make Dweller instead of Ophion, and next turn you just use standby phase, you use Dweller's effect, and you stop the turn basically, and just OTK them next turn. Or just win the duel, pretty much. 1 Gemini, mirror match, kills Ophion, cannot be finishing. Also mirror match, Maze Stroke. Master Yugioh, the best card of the deck in my opinion. Just really good. When I go into side deck, I'll explain more. 1 Direwolf staple, destroys continuous trap cards and spell cards. And 1 Cowboy staple, OTK. Here's a side deck. 3 F5 Wailers for rogue decks. It stops all Fair Fist, just anything that can give like you a really big. If you run in Evilswarm, Wailer stops any deck that can give you a really big problem, pretty much. And I didn't use it that much this tournament because there weren't a lot of rogue decks, mainly meta. So, but you need them for sure. 1 MSD. This is the 3rd MSD against basically like rogue decks, Fair Fist especially. You need it because if they have a lot of traps, then Pandemic can't really summon. Pandemic is not enough. So 2 stations down for Karakuri. This is better. I prefer this card over Needle Ceiling because Needle Ceiling, they usually what they do is they have 2 burritos and 1 natural beast on field at the end of the turn, right? And 1 face down. The face down is usually Royal Decree or Trap Down. So if you have Needle Ceiling, they can usually stop it with Royal Decree or Trap Down. But if you have this card, you just kill the natural beast with Ophion and just it's game because you banish all the monsters and they cannot revive with Redox. 1 EEV for spellbooks and decks that have a lot of traps like Fair Fist. 1 DDV for Karakuri. 2 EVARs. Again, this is really important against dragons. You always want to side this because if they go off and you max E, they stop. Next turn, you go off, you take their dragon, you OTK them. 1 Soul Drain, Mermail, staple. Defisher replaces the missing Soul Drain, so you can actually need it now. When Defisher was at 3, you don't really use it because you have 3 Soul Drain, right? So you usually use 3 Soul Drain, but now 1 Soul Drain is not enough to stop Mermails, so you need the Defisher. 2 deck lockdown for Mermail and any deck that searches. And if you have Master Yugioh, here's the really important. Here's the main reason. Master Yugioh lock. target the deck lockdown, basically they can't do anything. Like they just scoop. And finally, the second event is emptiness. Okay, I run a second because, you know, just for the meta. And last thing I want to emphasize, the master key beetle lock. I'm sure a lot of you guys know this, but I just want to like talk about more. It's really important. If you have safe zone and you have this card, and you don't make Ophium, you always make master key beetle. And basically, what you do is you target the safe zone first to make sure master key beetle doesn't die. Oh, sorry. And next turn, you just flip one of these emptiness, and if they don't have MST, it's a game. Next turn is game because you can target the emptiness next turn. They can't Veiler it because you have safe zone on. So this is called the master key beetle lock. There's no way. Only way to break this is skill drain. But like, that's really hard. If you have MST, you're set pretty much. You just beat them down, with like just keep beating them down, and they have no else. Eventually, they will lose. So that's my deck. Thanks for watching.
Perfect. Thank you.
Shout out to my team, Team Ragnarok, and to like all my fans. Thanks for the support.
Perfect.
Okay.